All right, today we're going over factorials and the examples of them. So this video is only going to cover word problems and examples. If you want to know a step-by-step how to do it, I made a video on my channel, but let's just move on. So this question asks, how many ways can 4 Blu-rays be displayed on a shelf on a computer store? So we know that there's like only one number, and it's here, 4 Blu-rays, and it's one shelf, whatever. So what we're going to do here is we're going to write 4 and then this exclamation mark, and that's the factorial. And what that basically means is it's going to be 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, okay? And so when we multiply those, we get the answer of that. So 4 times 2, that's 12, times 2, that should be 24. 24 times 1 is the same thing, it's 24. So that means there are 24 different ways that we can position those 4 Blu-rays on the shelf in that order. So there's 24. So this next question asks, a photographer wants to arrange 5 people for a photo. How many ways can he do it? So it's going to be the same exact thing. It's a very simple question. So it's going to be 5 factorial. And we're going to do the same thing starting from 5. 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. So 5 times 4, that's 20. Times 3, that should be 60. Okay? Times 2, that should be 120, and so that means there are 120 different ways that those 5 people can be arranged in that photo. Okay, so now let's move on to the next one. This next question asks, it says, I want to organize my 9 books on my shelf. How many different ways can I do that? So because this one is a larger number, I'm not really going to do the whole, 9 times 8 times. You can do that, and you can even type that on the calculator, and it will get you the answer. But instead, I'm going to use my TI-84 calculator. I'm going to go to the math button underneath the green alpha, and then, I'm going to go all the way to PRB, go to 4. Well, first I got to type in the number, so 9, and then you do that, 4 factorial, and then that should give you 3,628,000. Oh no, sorry. 362,880 different ways, okay? That should be your answer for this one. And the reason I did that on the calculator is because it's a very large one. So, if it's a number more than like 6 or so, you want to do it on a calculator to make it easy. All right, here's some more examples. So we have 0 factorial. So 0 factorial, anytime you see 0 factorial, it's always going to be 1, okay? No matter what, it's always going to be 1. That's just the rule. Now we have 3 factorial. Now that's going to be easy. That's going to be 3 times 2 times 1. You don't really have to include the 1 here, but in any case, that's going to give you 6, okay? Then we have 6 factorial. I'm going to do 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, and that should give you 720, okay? So this next one, I'm going to use the calculator. Bring it over here. Okay, type in 8. Go to math, all the way to PRB, 4. And then that should give us 40,320. Okay, this next one's asking for 12. Go to math, all the way. And this one's going to be like 4 billion or so. Some large number. 479 million and 1,600. All right, next one's going to be 13. And this, I don't know about this one, but there gets to a point in these large numbers where they'll just be so large that the calculator will give you like infinities or weird symbols. We'll see if we get with that. This one is going to be a large one. Also, I think anything past 13, it's going to give you very large numbers. This one's going to be 6 billion and whatever that is. All right, so let's move on to something that might seem a little bit more complicated. So this one we have 9 factorial over 7 factorial. Now that's a division problem. So that's really not that hard. The only thing we do is just get the product of that and the product of that, and then we divide it, just like we do with everything. So let's do that right now. So I'm going to type in my calculator 9 factorial, and that should give me this number. Then we got 7 factorial. And now what we do is we're going to divide that, and that will give us 72, okay? Now let's move on to the next one. So that's asking for 7 factorial over 2. factorial times 3 factorial. So already we kind of already know what 7 factorial is, so I'm just going to put it here. Okay, over that. And now what most people, or what some people might actually accidentally do, is multiply these two and then they'll do 6 factorial and then, you know, but that's going to be incorrect. So what you want to do is do them individually like this. So 2 factorial is going to be 2 times 1, that's going to equal 2. And then this one, 3 factorial, that's going to be 3 times 2 times 1, and that's going to be equal 6. And 6 times 2 equals 12, okay? From this one and this one. And so now we have 5,040 divided by 12, and that will give us 420. So let's move on to the next one. That one should be easy. So we got 40,020 divided by 120, I believe. I'm just going to type it on the calculator. And that will give us 336. That's how you do factorials.